Hump day. Wednesday, hump day, getting over the hump. I am feeling like a work week this week. Got a case of the Mondays and it's Wednesday, hump day, but we're getting over the hump on the way to the freaking weekend, baby. About to have me some fun. I hope that all of you are doing wonderfully. It is 2 p.m. Eastern D time, whatever the D stands for, Eastern Standard Time in Florida. It is August 18th. Can't believe the summer's over. Kids are back in school. The world is going back to work. And the market seems to be recovering after the big old summer slump. So what are we doing here today? Every Wednesday at this time, I take charting requests from paid subscribers to the Wolf Den newsletter. I do not take them randomly from your chat. I do not just start reading all your spam in the chat and taking your requests. So don't do that. Don't do that. You ruin it for the people who are trying to actually comment on what we're doing and trying to have those kinds of conversations. So got about 25-ish charts today that people requested. If you want to join the newsletter, it's right down in the description. You can do that. Ask for your charts each week. And yeah, that's your thing. So what was the title today? What kind of ridiculous clickbait? Alt season cancel or just starting? I think just starting. I don't think it's canceled. You know, I think Bitcoin is trading sideways, which we want to see, right? You want to see Bitcoin go up, consolidate, altcoins go up, Bitcoin goes up or down. Altcoins get wrecked, trade sideways, altcoins do their thing, Bitcoin goes up, right? So, I mean, I've still been looking for this Bitcoin retrace that never comes to like 40, 42. Maybe it just never comes and we go straight up. But I'm fine with Bitcoin just going endlessly sideways. And then maybe if that happens for us altcoin traders and holders, we can have fun staying less poor. So as we get started here, see what we got. Let's dig into Bitcoin first. I mean, it's doing nothing. Doing nothing, right? I mean, we've been here for weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, kind of just around the 200 MA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basically 12 or 13 days have interacted with the 200 MA in a row. So we're just consolidating here under this 47,000. I mean, this looks like it's topping out and wants to drop down to, you know, this area to retest it, but maybe that just never happens. Really nothing exciting here, but that's good for altcoins. Looking at the daily on RSI, you know, it seems we're getting a bit of a reset here. We've got RSI all the way back down to 60, 61, 58 here without a significant drop in price. Kind of interesting, right? Because we obviously had the bear divs here. But we also have a hidden bullish divergence potentially, depending on how this day closes here. Same there. So the bear divs become a non-issue. And as you can see, as you go down right here, the 12-hour bouncing right off 50, right? You can see, I mean, you can do a TA on indicators just like you do on price, right? Clearly, this is this area is a resistance support flip, and 50 is the line between sort of bearish and bullish price action where it's neutral. So that's happening on the 12-hour. 6-hour made it all the way down to 40. I mean, like a full reset from overbought without price even dropping. So it's interesting. We're getting that sideways price action with RSI dropping, meaning we get sort of this reload action here, which is kind of sweet, right? But we have a hidden bullish divergence right there. Higher low. Lower low. So maybe it makes the trip to oversold and that gives us that 40 to 42K region. Maybe not. But all things considered, I would say that we are dead ass sideways. And there's like, I can't imagine trying to trade this right now. I cannot imagine trying to trade Bitcoin. And, you know, if you like to do patterns on your indicators, we don't know that this is really a bottom yet, but, you know, kind of have this bull pennant right here. On RSI, which will probably push it up to, you know, these levels on the next push, assuming it goes up. Pennants become flags. Maybe you get this kind of action with it, you know, drops down here, kind of gets to that 50 and goes back up. So nothing to worry about, in my opinion. Just kind of nothing. So let's dig into your requests. First, Audio did the deal with TikTok. Announced 2 or 3 days ago. One click, you can upload your music to TikTok through Audius. Coin is Audio. You saw how the market reacted. Well, we had the huge candle 2 days ago. Yesterday had this massive shooting star right into the 78.6, and now struggling at the 61.8, but seeing some follow through. So that's the full retracement from, the $5 high basically down to 60 cents. What a drop. What a drop from March. $5 to 60 cents. Classic altcoin Krizap. I don't even think that matters anymore. What's interesting is this kind of looks like a massive E-cup and handle, right? But nice and rounding and then heading up. So even the TA kind of looked like it would get there. It just looked more like it would go this instead of going super rocket Chad, fully erect in one day, right? So this looks fine, but personally, really hard to find an entry on something like this, in my opinion. If you didn't pull these fibs, you'd be looking at it like this whole area where it just popped off of, and then maybe right here, this. So we got to get above that, but really meaningful volume the last 3 days. I think a lot of people, this huge volume, it's green, but a lot of people just took advantage to sell on that news. That was sell the news, right? So now interesting to see if there'll be follow through. Like if I was holding it, I wouldn't see any reason now to exit if you didn't yesterday, but an entry is risky in my opinion. Like that news is broken. If this went up because of TikTok, nothing's changing there. So for now, maybe you hold it. Really you want to get above $5, flip it, and then start talking about price discovery. But looks really good. I just can't see a trade entry after that huge move. AVAX, Avalanche, depending on who you talk to and who you ask to. I interviewed John Kim. It's Ava. I interview Emin Gunsur, the CEO, the other founder. It's Avalanche. Who knows? Either way, I literally drew this yesterday. Price was here, right here. I made a video. I said, hey, buy $21 on the retest. Okay, well, we're at $28 now, and it went, within pennies of that entry. So that's it. That's done. You missed your entry there. Now at this point, you're going to come into this resistance. So I wouldn't buy it heading right into $30. I would wait and see if it flips that. Maybe you get another shot back here at this support, but it doesn't look like it. It looks a big move, and look at this volume. Biggest volume on the chart. Let me see. Yeah, biggest volume ever on the chart right here, except for this day and this day are about equal. So I would be looking for entries on this, but, follow through on volume, but you wanted to buy the dip. Your chance was yesterday. Not saying it's a bad buy. I think this will continue up. I think we will eventually get here, but now you'd be buying into resistance. Maybe you get to 33. So you got 10, 15% move in it still. But, this was your chance. Obviously down here was your real chance. But, I think the entry was yesterday. That's my opinion on that. BNB Bitcoin. Nice double bottom. Flipped this resistance to support. 1, 2, 3 tests, still testing it. Needs to break this blue line. But yeah, this already on this double bottom has a target here, 0.0097. It's a decent little move from here, right? Not 10%, nothing huge. But really the bigger picture is that you want to get past this blue line and above the EQ of this channel, right? So this dash line is clearly resistance. Flip that, and then you inevitably should be going up to 0.012, so sort of the top. So listen, you've got this tiny move right here from the double bottom, but that should signal more of a reversal. So if we start seeing above this dash line and above this descending blue line, that's when we can maybe see a pop to higher targets. Right. Just so you guys know, I am not generally looking at the comments, but I will come over here to check out what you're saying right now. CT makes a 42K drop sound 100% guaranteed, certainly, which means we either nuke straight through or we never touch it. Of course. When everybody wants a price, you either get $500 above that price in a bounce, or you go like to 38 without even stopping. The crowd rarely gets what it wants. That's the Solana craze suddenly pulling along all major CT accounts. What suddenly set that off? I don't know. You just can't, I think it's the way that it works, right? It's a community. It's FOMO. You see it going. A lot of people have been bullish on Solana for a long time, and then one person mentions it, another person looks at the chart, they all mention it, everybody feels like they need to get in. I mean, that's how it goes. It's nothing coordinated. I think that, and then there was that ape project that launched on Solana and absolutely sent the price flying, and now it's absolutely flying. I mean, nobody requested Solana, I don't think, today, so we won't look at it, but like I'll just pull it up really quick. Like I shared this entry the other day before I knew anything. Like that's literally perfect, right? Goes into price discovery, retested exactly just like that AVAX entry I just showed, right? Surgical. I drew it, I circled it, I shared it on the live stream, and this one missed by a couple pennies, as we just talked about. You get front run by a few cents. But yeah, I mean, Solana's flying right now. Solana's flying. A lot of things going into price discovery like that. Solana sort of had the title of first to go hit its all-time high again. Is what it is. It is what it is. So now I've got ice in my mouth and I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to be rude. One second. Ice is gone. Okay. So BRPHF, Galaxy Digital. Galaxy Digital. It's a stonk. It's a stonk. But it's a crypto stonk. Right? So that's fine. Mike Novogratz. I would say that this had a breakout and got rejected here. So I'd be looking for a bounce. This maybe is getting front run, but around this, I don't even know that. You know what? I don't think that line's that relevant. More like here. Is that where that was? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that was bottom here. I just don't like that. That's the rejection. All right, we'll keep it. Around $15 is clearly a key level. But if it holds the 50 MA here, I would say all systems go for another shot at this, right? This looks like it's consolidating below resistance for another move up after the breakout. Maybe let's zoom out to the weekly and see what we see in the general structure. I mean, there was no trading on this before. This is sort of like a massive double bottom. Basically, this move started here at $2, the break of this. I mean, the weekly 50 is holding, 50 MA. Yeah, I mean, I would zoom out. Use the 50 as your guide for support coming up. Clearly, when you look at this like this, it depends on whether you view this as a downtrend or not, because the inverse head and shoulders would only be at a downtrend, but you have sort of this inverse head and shoulders forming its support here. Listen, the safest entry is above $20. You could buy this right now. I wouldn't want to go much below here. That would lose the 200. So maybe down here, but like what you're really looking for is this move to get back up to like 38. Okay. That's what I think. CRSR, Corsair Gaming Incorporated. Another stonk. Talk about rounding bottoms a lot. When a coin kind of launches and does one of these, this kind of looks like a rounding top. I don't think it's that bad, but big pump kind of trickling down. Not ideal. You got this sort of thing going on. Not really that compelling either. I don't know. Maybe you've got a bit of a channel like that. Let's try that as a channel. I don't know what this is. Corsair Gaming, by the way. So sorry. But man, how about Axie Infinity? Crypto gaming. I don't know much about these, but Star Atlas is hugely, I keep hearing about it, hugely hyped. That's launching like in a couple weeks. Maybe the next Axie Infinity. I mean, this is a perfect channel and you're kind of at the bottom of it. It is not a bull flag. It's way too big to be a bull flag, right? Can't have a flag that's longer than the pole like that much. But the idea being that we're sort of at support here. So maybe this has more upside. I don't know anything about it fundamentally. That's the problem. So I can't really speak to what this is or why it would be going down or up. But, maybe above $28 gives you confidence to target the EQ. If you flip that, confidence to target the top. Not very many clear levels because of this move. But, you have all this price action right here that's clearly going to be resistance if you get up into the 30s. But this looks pretty good at support. Like if it totally breaks this channel, you just cut it. So pretty good risk reward just targeting the top of the channel from the bottom. EGLD, partnering with one of the biggest music festivals in the world. Was it Untruth Festival, Undead Festival, Unlikable Festival? I don't know, some festival in Romania. They're doing custom NFT experiences and also allowing people at the festival to buy tickets with EGLD. Pretty sweet. You know that I'm a super Elrond homer. I love these dudes. So whatever, man. But yeah, I think I posted this in the newsletter today, actually. So what you're looking for here on the Bitcoin pair is a flip of this level, 3136, which looks likely, but you need to wait for this close. Split it right there, though, you know, test. So this is the EQ of this channel. You had this breakout, which I'd circled as a likely entry. But now you really want to close above these two lines. So a lot of resistance here. Close above those, catch them as support, hit the top. Really simple. You know, the top, because that's a target for a number of reasons, right? This descending line, when you break that pattern, it's a descending wedge, just to give you, because if it's a bull flag, which would be parallel, this is not, right? This is a descending wedge. If it was a bull flag, you measure the length of the flagpole. If it's a descending wedge, you generally view the depth or just the height of the top of the pattern as the target. But that's the same target as flipping the range EQ. So this should be heading to this top target, bottom line, but you need to not get rejected here at the EQ and this drawn resistance at 3136. Ethereum, no surprises here. I'm going to get rid of this line now. It was really important for a couple days there, but this is bouncing off the top of the range, right? Yeah, this big drop with in May. Obviously, you know, when crypto died, was going to zero. Everybody hates us. We have no more friends. We lose half our followers. People call us scammers. Get emotional. You know, that we had this accumulation for all that time. Double bottom, that hit its target. So that's done. And now we're retesting successfully 1, 2, 3, 4 for the fifth time the top of this blue range. You know, I view anything above 3,000 here basically as a successful test. Should be heading up. I mean, this should be going to 36 easy, 35.95. If it loses it, I wouldn't expect it to last long. I would expect it to be a deviation, but I really like Ethereum here. How do you not like it? How do you not like it? Right? You left accumulation and you're still sitting above it. Yeah, it's being tested a lot of support, but very strong support here. So for me, you know, I think this should kind of beep, 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 beep. And it'll sing when it does it too, just like that. This looks good. Okay, I'm coming back over to the comments for a hot second. My God. No, the EGLD festival is not the same as Palooza in Sugarland, Texas, with Dionne Warwick headlining. I talked about this yesterday. Is there a worse headlining act for a bunch of like Gen Z and millennials than Dionne Warwick? Like, do you think that literally like a bunch of Robinhood retail traders who love Doge are going to go out there and be like, that's what friends are for? No, they're not. They're going to boo her and her psychic friends network. So see, you distracted me, dude. CJ do work. You're always distracting me. I see you. Don't think I don't notice. No. Oh, this looks great. Filecoin USDT. This looks good on a number of levels. Right? Because you broke this. Nice increasing volume. Broke the descending resistance. And now you're flipping the horizontal resistance to support. I don't give a shit about these lines. I don't care. Don't care. Yeah, so I'd be looking, you know, here-ish. Here, right? This is the bottom of all this action. So something in this range-ish as your key levels. But yeah, I think this is going to $96. If this holds, I think this goes to levels up, $96. Easy peasy, you know, and maybe 40 something here. Something around here, right? Stops maybe below here. You know, if you lose this level, because you might lose this level, right? Let's be real. If you lose this level, maybe your stop losses are kind of down here in the 55, 54, not for a wick. But I mean, this should be heading to 95 to 67. I don't even remember. I looked at some good setups here. I got taking notes. USDT. That looks good. Wow. Filecoin only waited like 17 years for that thing to launch. Helium Network Token, HNT. This was the last place we were looking at it when it broke here. And I said retest. It did it. These are the best entries. First retest as support, that would have been here. It had 3, but these are the best entries. You know, you flip a key resistance area. Look at all those wicks that were through that and failed. This candle on increased volume right here told you it was time to party. It was time to party, time to call your friends, have them pick you up in their VW bug, do the like hamster dances. What was that? What car was that? Toyota Scion or something with the stupid dancing hamsters. Time to go to the party with your dancing hamster friends. So right now I wouldn't touch this unless it drops back down or flips this level. If it flips that level at 4,500, you're going to 6,600 on an elevator, most likely, right? So you're looking for this. Easy peasy. Link, same place it was last time when I just did it. It got rejected, right? We looked at this, I don't know, maybe on Monday. Got rejected here. EQ, we can get, we'll keep it. Just want to lighten that up. It's aggressive. It's aggressive. That didn't help at all. Oh, yeah. Weird. I'm a weird person. Yeah, so that also is not perfectly flat, which is bothering me. That's what's bothering me. Okay. 200 MA here, if that's your thing, happens to be in perfect confluence with the EQ of this bigger channel. I had this drawn. I don't know where it went, but you got to do this, right? And you'll hit resistance here too. So like I'm either looking for a buy here or a confirmation of a flip of this level right here around $28, because that takes you to 35 and then to 52. Really simple. Cannot touch this right here floating between these levels, in my opinion. I mean, if you're really scalping, you could view this 25 level sort of as a support, this area, but you got to get above this. That's a confluence of a whole lot of resistance. MATIC USDT. MATIC layer 2. Future of Ethereum. That's a little steep for my liking. I don't like that. This is all stuff we drew before, so I don't really care about any of these lines. I don't care anymore. Care about that line. Care about that line, and it's tested perfect in front run here. So I think this should hold. If not, then you're coming maybe down to here. 0.98 cents. We want to see this hold $1, right? I mean, psychologically, maybe buckish. Go buck yourself. Right in here ish. Right there. $1.01, something like that. But this looks like it could be a reversal candle. Let's look at the 4 hours, see if we can drill in anything. That looks toppy. Kind of rounding. I don't know. Daily looks fine though. I would like to get it at $1.25, heading up to $1.71. That would be the trade, and I would take a small position and put my stop somewhere below $1. Enough room to catch a wick. But this looks fine. It's broken out of the downtrend that was here. I don't know. You know, kind of has a inverse head and shoulders vibe. Boom, boom, boom. Seen that in a lot of coins. This was beautiful. Beautiful. Bullish SFP. You see that? Both of these candles closed above 68 cents with 2 wicks below, finding tons of liquidity below this swing low. Push it down and pop. Lots of stop losses triggering in there and lots of people trying to short. That's fuel for buying. Price goes up. Up. Price goes up. Taking more notes, by the way. Sorry. My pen. Yeah, I would buy $1.25 if it comes down there. Right now, though, I do think if we don't lose that, we're heading to $1.71. And so if this prints is like with this nice long wick down, maybe you can ride it up to there. Then if you flip that, 270, easy peasy. Whoa. This, they're at resistance, so don't get too excited yet. But holy cannoli, that's from August 2020. Downtrend from August 2020, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. And there's a line I drew back here. So I did not just look at this today. Again, see how you get this confluence of resistance here, the 200 MA, if that's your thing, and this descending line right here. Yeah, I mean, if this breaks, you know, I mean, theoretically, your target eventually is the top of this. But even let's like just pull fibs on this move. Show me your fibs. There they are. Show you my fibs. You know, look how much room you have. Even just to get to the 23.6. Big move. But you start talking about these absolutely huge moves. This looks great. I would set an alarm on this descending line. And if it breaks on some volume, I would enter this, no question. PERP USDT. Kind of doing a rectangle vibe up here. I mean, maybe we got a line like this, maybe. Sure, let's give it a little descending vibe. It could be just parallel, but kind of fun to draw it like that. Let's see. Maybe that's probably more accurate. Like how much action there is at the EQ there. So you hate it if it breaks down. You like it if it breaks up. Consolidating right around $14. So you really want to get above this 17. And then what? You're in price discovery. I mean, this looks like bullish consolidation no matter how you skin it. You have this massive move up. You're consolidating. This should pop. So, you know, I liked this line, 14.76, but it's been crossed so many times. But listen, as long as you don't lose this 13-ish area, this should flip this and head into price discovery. This looks really good. Consolidation after a move up, you know, and into price. It's in price discovery, basically. Anything above 17.9, but all of this is still sort of above the previous all-time high of 14.76. That looks good. Coming back over to the comments for the moment. Scoot. So, can you send me parallel channel values? In video, I'm drawing same parallel, but I am getting different. I don't. Let me see. I don't know if there's values. Are there values on it? Let's see what my settings are. Show you my settings. That's it. You just have to make sure you add the middle line if that's your issue. But it's the parallel line tool. You know, visibility shows you what days, but you know, you can take that off, remove it. But it's there's no real, not much you can manipulate there to change it. So I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. Price target on 80 year end, my G. I don't do the like end of the year price target because why does it matter? What does the end of the year mean? You're magically going to sell all your coins on December 31st at 11:59.59. I don't know. I hate, not you, it's not on you, man. But I hate the like, what will price be on this date? I don't know. I think ADA will probably still go up over time. Does that help? Yeah. Adding toppy to my vocabulary. It's an important word. It's actually, you know, the girl that can dribble like 70,000 basketballs at a time. Toppy was actually the word that won the spelling bee for her. People don't know that. More like Illmatic. Yes, I always, when I see the name of Matic Polygon, I think of Nas. Of course, Illmatic, right? So Dion's great though. Listen, I have nothing against Dionne Warwick, but like that's just stupid. Book, I don't know, like Steve Aoki and let him throw cake at a bunch of Doges. I wouldn't book Steve Aoki, but you get the idea. Like, book somebody that like young people might care about. Is he even relevant anymore? He's my age. He's older. Old. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do you self-custody all your crypto? I self-custody most of my crypto. Actually, it's interesting. I did speaking of custody, I did a podcast today with Bobby Lee, Charlie Lee's brother. He wrote this book. He sent it to me. And he was like, he now owns this company, I guess, Ballet. He's getting free promo right now, Ballet Wallets. And he sent me a pack of them. So it just happened to be, speaking of self-custody, because I just opened this thing like today on the podcast. He was like, can you open it while we're live? I have no whatever, but this thing is like, and if you scratch this, it smells. They made their own scent. But this is like, if you lose it, your crypto's gone. It's a bearer asset. It's like having a bar of gold. And it's their new wallet. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I haven't used it yet, but pretty cool. You can hear it when I'm hitting myself in the head with it. Do I self-custody? So the bulk of my assets, I've never made it a big mystery, are in multisig. Because obviously Bitcoin's my biggest holding. I have it with Casa multisig in a 3 of 5 vault, which means that the way that those work, you basically have 5 different devices that can sign the signature to send a transaction. 3 of them are hardware wallets. 1 of them is them. And mine are geographically, you actually throw away your private keys, which is kind of crazy. You don't need your private keys. They're actually a point of weakness for you. And you need to, every time you want to send crypto, you need 3 of those devices to sign the transaction. And then you geographically disperse them. Serves 2 great purposes. 1, you're extremely secure. Like if somebody kidnaps you, they got to drive you around the whole country. And 2, like you just can't panic sell. It prevents you from ever selling you. It makes you a forced hodler. So I have the bulk of my assets there. And then, ERC20 is more challenging because you don't have those options for custody like multisig in the same way. So, hardware wallets geographically dispersed as well. And then I have a percentage of my assets like on Voyager, a little bit on BlockFi, but their rates are trash now, earning interest and stuff. So, yeah. Let me dig in here. What do you think about Bitcoin behavior? Is it normal? Will it go up or down? Let me get my trusty, I think it's the 1986 Dodgers, Tommy Lasorda, rest in peace. Rub my crystal ball. It will go up or down. I don't know. I don't know if it'll go up or down because I don't have a crystal ball. But yes, I would say that the price action is completely normal. All right, let's look at Riot blockchain miners mining that mine. Mining miners that mine. There's a stock. Riot is one of the big miners. Argo, another one of the big miners, said that they are now, what was the term they used? Something positive, energy positive or environmentally positive. They basically have no impact on the environment now based on how much they're using renewables and carbon credits and all that stuff. That's one of Riot's competitors. But Riot, Argo, Marathon, those are sort of the big North American miners. Buy their stocks. Buying mining stocks is kind of like trading Bitcoin with leverage, in my opinion. They move bigger than Bitcoin in both directions. But, you got to love for these stocks like Riot that China is offline for mining. Well, that's a huge boon for these, right? So, and that shows from the bottom, I guess, to some degree. I mean, this kind of failed, so I don't know. I don't know about this. Want to be back above that line. I would trade this above $40 or a drop down to, if that's meaningful. Let's see. Say this is your support. So to me, this looks kind of like a bit of an ascending triangle, which means the trade is above 40. And that gives you a target around 60, right around here. Double up. Depth of the pattern is basically 20 to 40. Here to here. $61. So the move here is this, and this is your entry. Otherwise, if it drops way down here, get that entry and head up too. But if Bitcoin goes up, this is going to boom. Chart looks weird though because of this broken support here. Holding the 50, 200, I don't know. Really hard chart to find an entry. This is the safe entry for a trader. RUNE, I posted this, I think, in the newsletter the other day as a setup. I don't give signals, I give setups, and it drives me nuts. It doesn't happen too often, but this is an example where I said very clearly, there's no trade until it breaks this blue line. Inevitably, somebody emails me or messages me that I told them to buy this and price went down. Like yesterday, I made a video of 4 altcoins to watch. It was Atom. I said, this is a setup. It has not broken out yet. Still looks good, but it hasn't. EGLD, I don't know, other sushi, and I don't know, tacos or something. Sushi, tacos, and spaghetti night. 4 coins. And AVAX. That was the other one. And you can see AVAX played out. But I'm telling you what you would do if something happens. Just because somebody mentions something and says it could look good does not mean you buy it. You have to understand why you would buy it. And I try so hard to make that clear. But once again, RUNE looks like it's making an inverse head and shoulders, but needs to break above. And this is your target if that happens based on this depth, right? Super simple. Looks good. This also looks like you have this sort of move up. And then, as I said, this looks like a cup and handle. And now you're getting the handle. But at the end of the day, you need to break above that blue line. That's it. That's it. Otherwise, I wouldn't trade it yet. You know, you could view like this area as resistance and pop it. I would wait till a break of that blue line and then go. And on the USDT pair, it was right up here when I said it. I said, you need to close above the line. You have to wait. And look what happened. 2 rejections, no real close above the line. Still the same thing. Inverse head and shoulders on the USDT pair. There's your target, about $14 if it breaks the blue line. Looks the same on both pairs. So simple. I've not looked at this in a long time. Siacoin. This is a weekly chart. Oh, kind of went up. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's really nice. I like that. I mean, you don't need it on the chart, but it's really nice. Nice and round. Kind of a cup and handle, but way too big of a cup, in my opinion. But yeah, like cup, handle. You don't want that to be more than a 50% retrace, is it? Yeah, it is. Wait, did I do that right? That doesn't matter at the moment. Cool. I mean, this looks like should be heading back up. You got this golden cross, if that's a thing you care about. I don't. As you can see, once again, golden cross was the top signal. 50 MA crosses up to 200 MA. MAs are lagging indicators. They're based on what happened for 200 candles before or 50 candles before in this example. So that means that when they get finally to this cross, it's because price rose. And then people enter it as a signal and they get dumped upon. Scheiser, German Scheiser, dumped on. Right? The golden cross was the literal dead top. 1 candle after the literal dead top. Okay, but now the 50 MA is holding as actual support here. So maybe you should be heading back up. You know, your key supports are way below, like here-ish. Sure. You know, maybe something through here. Here. Yeah, I'll give that one. Something through here. Right? So above that, but that's 70% below price. Something like that. 10 cents, 1 cent to 1.7 cents. Here's your key resistance, super locally, right? This is the weekly, but I bet if we drill in on the daily, that'll look more significant, that area. Yeah, so I would wait till you're above that. This is what you're looking for. Otherwise, well, if you're zoomed in like this, here you go. Buy it either that drop to there or above this and a retest. That's how I'd approach that. VRA USDT coming right into resistance here. Coming right into resistance. Nice move. This does look a bit like toppy, like a kind of an ascending wedge, but sometimes they float up like this and break up, right? We've seen that in Bitcoin a million times. Nice volume. but a lot of wicks up. That's a little disconcerting. So again, like with AVAX or whatever, you're looking for that. Let's look at some fibs on this move. Yeah, I mean, those can be your targets. Fine. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Choose your target, set your order, live your life. Nobody can tell the future. Bitcoin kind of going up a little bit, huh? Floating right back up into that 200 MA. So important. Yeah. This looks, yeah, that's how I would approach this. A flip of that, or, man, if you get it, I don't think you will. Look at this. The drop back to here would be sweet. Sweet, sweet for the move, next move up. Coming back to the comment is, can you please zoom your chart a little? I'm doing my best here, man. Keep DCAing ICP or jump ship. I haven't looked at it at all, so I don't know. For what time frame do you look for confirmation of a retest? Daily? Does this change depending? It changes depending on what time frame you draw the line on. Whatever time frame you draw that line on and it looks like a key level, that's the time frame that you look at as a retest. So if it's a daily chart, wait for a daily retest. Yeah. Looking. Any comment on Will Clemente and Willy Woo foreseeing 40 to 42? I didn't even know that either of them said that with on-chain, but I've been saying that for probably 2 weeks now, which means we probably won't get it. But yeah, I mean, we've had bearish divergence. We had RSI way oversold, and we never had 42, which I've said for 3.5 months was the key level. We've never had that retested as support. So yes, I think that that's a thing. Have you done Doge? I'm married, dude. But no, I have not looked at Doge. It went up because Vitalik Buterin liked it. Joined the Doge Foundation. XRP, nice move, but now it's floating, right? Floating between dollar. Well, these are massive moves. Let's look at the daily. So yeah, I mean, I like XRP here. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I said it out loud. I didn't even mean it. I didn't mean it. Look at that. Right? Held a $1.10. If it holds that, that looks really good. That looks like a nice retest. So, oh, man. Huge XRP fan. I just love it so much. There's that's going to be major resistance. All that price action. So, I mean, you can go from here $1.17 to $1.50 real easy. If you lose this, start looking down. I'm sure $1 would hold right in this area. Right. Okay. Here's your demand. I would say that this area is your key support. If it loses this area is your key resistance. This is your key level if you're entering. Pretty clear, right? Pretty clear. So, I mean, if you bought $1.10, you're looking for this, then hopefully a flip and you can continue up to these other levels. If you lose this, trying to buy somewhere down here. Cool. Even though it might stop, here would be support 93 cents, but that's the general outlook. YFI Bitcoin breakout. But this one has weak AF volume. Weak. I don't know. I don't love it. Could have also drawn this line like here. But let's just say that this was the line. I don't know, man. Technically, it has a breakout and a retest, but look at all these wicks. This just doesn't look like it wants to go yet. No volume. Look at this volume. Look at any of the volume before. I mean, this is dead, right? Listen, volume comes in when you need it. Not a huge deal. But when you look at a breakout, through this blue line, you want to see a spike. I don't consider this enough, although it's a little bit. If you're super trying to get into this, I guess technically you have this line here. I wouldn't touch this right now. It might go up. It's broken out. But volume should be a confirmation. I don't see a reason to be trading this. Oh my God, YFL USDT. Why? I still have a bag of this. I sold a ton in the thousands. It was up at like 2,000 before it hit Poloniex, when it was just, I was in from the very beginning, basically the pre-mine. But I've held a huge bag that's now probably worth dusty dollars. This chart is really weird. I would say that this is really straightforward. Looks bad unless it does this. That's what I'm looking for, right? A break of the blue line and a break of the black line. But there's no trading on this on Polo, at least. But like, does anyone trade on Poloniex anyways? This could be rounding out. This is what you want. Bottom line, break of the blue line, break of this black line. Otherwise, if you're looking for a dip, maybe right down to here, $100. Can't believe this went $64. I wasn't even paying attention. I've got a bag. It's heavy. It's getting lighter, actually. That's it. That's all the requests. Now I can come back and talk to you guys. Tesla situation update. My car, no update. They haven't updated us. For now, they said Q4, but my friend who was supposed to have an August deliveries for S just got punted to February. So yeah, Tesla is not really actually delivering cars. Not a thing for them. If you want an X or an S, if you want one of their awesome cars. If you want an update on sushi, just check my video yesterday. I did that. I'm not looking at all these charts. Cosmos also in the video yesterday. How's your mining going? It's amazing. So the first miner I have a lot of them, so it's hard for me to give an average. But when I'm just looking at the success, I look at just one machine that I had started first. It's been 2 months. It cost me $10,000. By the way, that miner is now apparently selling for like $16,000 already because the bull run's back. So I've already made money on the machine in theory. Cost about $10,000, and I've made about $2,700 so far mining in 2 months. So at that rate, I will have paid myself completely back in, I'll call it 9 to 10 months after electricity costs, and have a machine that's worth more than it started. And I have a lot of them. And I have about 10 more waiting to go online in South Carolina. I did all of that with Compass Mining. And you can check it out in the description, Compass Mining. I don't even know if they have anything for sale right now. I think they sort of ran out. I bought a Tesla long before all the Elon Musk stuff, by the way. I've wanted one forever. Long story. But I'm never going to get it. Doesn't matter. It's never gonna happen. We ended up buying the dead opposite car of a Tesla, like a super gas guzzling thing. So yeah, I have not done the testnet yet for Elrond, but I mess around on MyR. I think it's really cool. I send money that way and stuff, but I have not tried the testnet. Better crypto does, the worse you do in mining to some degree. But this was like the minute I saw the China news, I hit up Whit Gibbs, the CEO of Compass Mining, maybe hoping that he would be like, hey man, let me hook you up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got that good mine. I got the ant miners right here. Like, opens his jacket. I paid full price, just like a normal dude. He's like, yeah. I didn't get any special treatment. But when I saw China going offline and the hash rate dropping, I wanted to get as many machines online, which I didn't for most of them, before that huge hash rate drop. But it's been doing exceptionally well. And also, I'm mining Bitcoin. If the value of the Bitcoin I've already mined goes up, it's maths. Did you just call my G-Wagon a gas guzzling thing? Well, I didn't want to say it was a G-Wagon, but you put it in the comments now. But it does gas. When I push it has that the line that shows you how much consumption, and when you push the gas, it's like 2 miles per gallon, basically a school bus. But when you get going really fast, it's heavy, and if you can hit a downhill and let off and cruise, 99 miles a gallon. So it's like playing a game. Try to, test how much gas mileage I can get out of it. Do you think Elrond will be in the top 10 eventually? Asks Limitless Elrond. I would love to see it. I can't say I think it will. There's so many good projects. But does it have to be in the top 10? I don't know. I don't think so. ETH gas is way worse than actual gas. Beamers, Benz, and Bentleys. My pocket's never empty. Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. I love that song. So we had a friend, Emmy and I. His name was NSR. He was a rapper. We actually managed him for a while, and I'm trying to remember, but he had a knockoff on that song. It was cream cheese, butter, jelly, cream cheese, butter, jelly, cream cheese, butter, jelly, something, something belly, or my belly never empty. I can't remember the specifics, but then he did sort of a remix of it with our names. It was cool. What was the Doge news? The Doge news was that they're actually trying not to be a joke. They reformed the Dogecoin Foundation, and one of the members of the Dogecoin Foundation is Vitalik Buterin. And so it pumped. Because that's actually more important than Mark Cuban owning $494 worth of Doge. Or whatever Elon Musk owns. Mark Cuban doesn't even own $500 worth of Doge. Listen, I get it. He loves it. The Dallas Mavericks, whatever. But like, you got to have skin in the game if you're going to get down and deep on Twitter arguing about something and how amazing it is. Right? Emmy, what, cream cheese butter jelly? Was that what it was? Cream cheese bagel bialy? Bagel butter cream cheese? Oh, I don't know. That is the biggest lie. I don't know what the biggest lie was. I don't know what you're talking about. It's hard when I'm talking and you guys comment on stuff, but I have no idea what you were commenting on. I don't feel like I lied. I don't feel like I lied at all. I don't. I feel like I'm telling the truth. Oh, Mark Cuban. Yeah, you know, he's like on his like high horse about Doge being the greatest cryptocurrency, and he owns $500 worth. I love the guy, dude. I love that he's in there, but like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I'm zooming back a little. The Germans do not care about the Americans and their emission standards. That's right, egg. Here's something interesting. Do you know what AMG stands for? We have a G-Wagon at AMG, right? The AMG Mercedes cars. Do you know what that stands for? Anyone? Because you're going to love the M. I'll give you guys 30 seconds. Give you 30 seconds. It's not ADA MATIC GRT. That's not what AMG stands for. What it is Alfred Melcher Grobespach. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't speak German. Maybe someone here, but the middle word M, Melcher with a CH. That's what it is. That's what AMG stands for. Melcher. Not mustache, not automotive machine German, not machine, not motors, not cream cheese butter jelly. My bagels always, was it ready? Maybe. Yeah, here you go. In German. Affect Melcher Grosbach. We are asking the questions here. It's Melcher. It's Melcher. And that's Melcher. How do you not own one? Has he looked at Sol? I've not looked at Sol, but I'll show you because it's just a mega Chad. 1 second. I got to look it up. I know this time that you guys cannot see my screen. I know that. I'll show you how good I am. I'm just kidding. That's really luck. But I will show you how good I am. Because this is what I drew when it was here. Perfect entry. Perfect. When price makes a new all-time high, if you can get it, the retest of that all-time high before price discovery is a Chad entry of epic proportions. Missed it here by, I don't know, a penny, 2 pennies, not even, I don't know, a couple pennies. But yeah, there's not, what is there to look at? You're in price discovery. That's it. Absolute Chad. Luna, guys, Luna looks the same. Luna, it's the same. Here's what I'm talking about. I bet it retested. I'm not sure. I drew it at some point. Luna missed the retest. Ew, that hurts you. But yeah, Luna, perfect retest right there. Look at it. Retest of all-time high at 22.5. Absolute Chad movement. Didn't even come back for it on the Bitcoin pair. Yeah, you might miss it. But when you catch it, man, that's that shit. That's it. That's it. Doge, I told y'all, Doge is doing the butyrylbutyrene thing. I don't think it'll last. Yeah, it popped off of, well, this was the trade, and we hit it almost to the penny. And here it popped off support on that news, but it already looks toppy. I don't know. Why Doge? Why? What does Doge have? What does Doge have that you guys love so much? What does Doge have? I already looked at Polygon. I already looked at Elrond, actually. You go earlier. Luna's just gone. That is a song you really like, and the artist did a remix with your name in it, and you can only remember one line and only sort of remember that dude puff past that shit. Well, no, the remix actually they did. He sang it. He rapped it at our wedding. At our wedding, it was our birthdays. He did it at a birthday party. Emmy, Young, and Scotty. Emmy, I think. God, it was at my wedding, and I can't remember, but that was to teach me how to Dougie. It was to teach me how to Dougie. But I don't remember any of the words, but it was a full song. And yeah, I'm old now. And Emmy and I have been married for almost 10 years. So that was 10, 11 years ago. Bro, what do you remember from 10 years ago? Half of you probably were 6. Half of you were probably 6 years. Oh, there you go. Untold festival in Romania. I said like ungold, unfold, unreal, under festival, internet computer. Yeah, ICP. Is ICP actually doing something? ICP, what? Internet computer. What a stupid name. What a stupidly dumb name. No, it's not doing shit. Yeah, but it is kind of consolidating other resistance. I'd buy this above $70 or down here at $48. But no, that doesn't look great. Y'all screaming. Shiba. I'm not looking at Shiba. I just turned 40 a few months ago. It gives me hope that you're old too. Suck it, Fred. I'm young. I am a young person. By the time we're in our 60s and 70s, people are going to be living to like 190 years old and working until they're 175 because they were unable to save. I don't know if you guys hear that in the background, but Emmy apparently just left and turned that car on that we were talking about, and it is the loudest car in the whole world. Have you talked about Soul? I literally did it like 47 seconds ago, dude. Literally like 47 seconds. Fred, I didn't mean that, man. I think that was funny. I was just being cool with you, man. Yeah, we're old. We're old, dude. I just did Doge like 42 seconds ago. God, are you guys here? I don't look at Shiba. I don't even know if it has a chart. Yeah, it's got horsepower. It just eats the gas. Eats that gas. Guys, what are we doing? We are done. Look at that hair. See why I'm wearing a hat? Not a good look. Not great. Guys, been an absolute pleasure. Tomorrow, I got an awesome podcast with Charles Payne of Making Money with Charles Payne on Fox Business. Dude had me on twice. I figured I would do him a solid and have him back on my huge show. Nationally televised 5 days a week like him. No, I'm not. But I'm on YouTube. And that's probably better, right? Right. Because I am my own network. I'm a brand, you know? I'm a business man, in the words of Jay-Z. Not a businessman. I'm a business man. I hope you all have a wonderful day and that all of your wildest dreams come true in bed. Bye.
Let's go.